Hello, and welcome to another episode of Top 10 brought to you by the Glazov Gang. So, hours after Donald Trump was announced president-elect, thousands of leftist crying babies marched on the streets protesting Trump winning the presidential election. So here are top 10 pathologies of the protesters. If you're ready, let's get started. On our number 10, America is a representative democracy. The definition of it is a type of democracy founded on the principle of elected official representing a group of people, as opposed to direct democracy. Elected being the key word here because Donald Trump is the president elected. So what are you exactly complaining about? Moving on to our number 9. Just because your feelings are hurt? I'm sorry, but your feelings are truly irrelevant. Just because Trump's honesty and not being PC'd hurts your feelings, the nation is not going to bend over backwards to heal your wounds. The reality is you have the right to be offended, but to literally demand everyone to change their mind to make you feel better is just unbelievably unreasonable. So, in my opinion, what you need is not a protest sign or to break a store and car windows. But honestly, I think you should go see a shrink. On our number 8, just because you said so. Well, here's the deal. This is the reality of a nation, a country. This isn't your parents' basement. So just because you said you wanted something, it's not gonna literally turn that way. It's time for you to grow up, move out of your parents' house, get a real job, and face the reality of our beautiful country. Moving on to our number 7, history isn't always on your side. Just because you wanted to make history and make Hillary's story this story doesn't make it the right decision. Making one of the most corrupt women in the history of America, also the first Madam President, is not only stupid, but also the most irresponsible decision to be made. So in a way, I'm very happy you didn't make history. Now on our number 6, communist answer. Communist is actually behind all these protests. Act Now to Stop War and End Racism is a pro-communist organization behind all these madness. They have in fact carefully planned and orchestrated these protests in advance. Answer was established in 2001 by Ramsey Clark's International Action Center, a group staffed in large part by members of the Marxist-Leninist Workers' World Party. Since its inception, Answer has constantly painted the United States as racist, sexist, imperialistic, militaristic nation guilty of unspeakable crimes against humanity. In other words, a fountain of pure evil. On our number 5, radical billionaire George Soros is behind these protests. These protests are being organized by the likes of George Soros' MoveOn.org, a radical leftist group seeking to destroy everything America is built on and to establish leftist control of the culture and political sphere. On our number 4, protesters are following radical Godfather Saul Alinsky's instruction. The protesters are following the instructions of Hillary's mentor, Saul Alinsky, the godfather of American radicals. Alinsky wrote a book called Rules for Radicals, and on the dedication page, he gives a tribute to Lucifer, who he praises for being the original rebel radical who gained his own kingdom. Alinsky urged radical activists to stage loud, angry mass protests to intimidate and terrify America-loving Americans and give the impression that the radicals are far stronger and larger in number than they are. But we all know what's the reality. On our number 3, Socialist Alternative. Another key organizer of the current anti-Trump protest is a group called Socialist Alternative, which describes the global capitalist system as the root cause of poverty, discrimination, war, and environmental destruction, explaining that the dictatorship that existed in the Soviet Union and Eastern Europe were preventions of what socialism is really about. This organization calls for the happy-faced democratic socialism where ordinary people will have control over our daily lives. Moving on to our number 2, Millennials. These young, uninitiated minds will someday soon become our future, and we hope the new advocates of liberty. But are they really ready? The way they are being manipulated by the left is pathetic. They are being used as useful idiots to help the left's agenda to burn America and build their utopia on its ashes. They are an embarrassment and need to educate themselves with more material than just CNN and MSNBC. Get a book by Dr. Dinesh D'Souza, Dr. Thomas Sowell, or Dr. Jamie Glazov. And I promise you, you will learn something about the reality of this country. And moving on to our number 1, hate versus love. You can't ask for equal rights and peace when you have everything against your own country and its values. Burning the flag of your nation, calling for Melania Trump's rape, and breaking car windows is not the message of peace and respect. Protecting illegals in your own country is a stand against your constitution and values. Making excuses for Islamic jihad and Sharia is a stand against your own constitution and values. Pick the side that is for freedom and that actually allows you to express yourself. The side is not the left, which has shown its true tyrannical nature over and over and over again. If you want to be American, then pick America. That was it, folks. I hope you learned something, and I hope you continue to do your own homework, do your own research about this whole protest against the result of presidential election. I'm personally very happy. I look forward for 4 years of good changes for America. And next week, same time, same channel, I will bring you more Top 10.